My name is Josh Drushel. I'm the Vice President for our Midwest region. I started initially back as a junior at Ohio State and was pursuing my degree in finance and really just kind of looking for something that I could get involved with. It was, at that point I didn't realize it was going to be life-changing, but just get my hands wet, just kind of get myself out there, get some experience. I'd always had a lot of jobs in the past, always kept busy. I worked my way through school, but never had like the professional experience to actually go with it. And so Young Entrepreneurs Incubator just really kind of fit, what I was looking for that summer to gain that real world experience. So I kind of started off there as a junior, stuck with the company for a couple of years. Just really fell in love with ultimately what I learned through the program and what the company really offers college students. I think the biggest impact really is again, there's just no substitute for real world experience. And not just sitting at a desk, experience and you take what you're learning in the classroom, but actually being able to put it into play in the field with real world customers, real world employees, real world everything. Just that really, you learn the basics in school, but that's kind of more the straight path. They learn the real life stuff while they're ultimately out there, and I think those experiences are really valuable for a student. It's so much more than a painting internship. Yes, it's within the painting industry, itself, but it's literally, you have real world customers, and those customers, their biggest investment they can really make in their life is their home. So from start to finish, you gotta market, you gotta actually find that person. So you're getting real world marketing experience, whether it's knocking on doors or dropping flyers. You develop the lead, you gotta source that lead, and you gotta get them actually to set up an appointment, with you and get both decision makers there. You gotta learn how to actually develop a relationship with that individual, and at a young age, actually be able to sell them on why they should trust somebody who, and many times has no experience, with painting, to pay them potentially several $1,000s to actually take care of their biggest investment in their life. So yeah, within the painting industry, sure, absolutely just works for what we do, but that whole entire process, just to first develop the customer and get them to be part of our business. But then after you do that, then you gotta hire the client, or you gotta hire the employees. You gotta manage those individuals. You gotta back up everything that you did to actually obtain that customer to begin with, when you're selling them on the job. And so it's really as real world as it gets. And especially, again, within an industry, it works very, very well because there's so much need, that's ultimately out there. I guess the numbers, first and foremost, back it up. We've had so many people that have gone through the program. And I think anything that sounds too good to be true, that's the easy thing to do, is say that it's a scam. But when you talk to anybody that's gone through this program, what they will tell you is that, no, it's definitely not a scam. And it's not that it sounds too good to be true. You got to be willing to work incredibly hard. And I'll stack our interns and the people that go through our program in terms of work ethic up with anybody, that's ultimately out there. And so, yeah, the things that you take from it are fantastic. Great resume builder and great monetary potential that's out there. But they work for every penny of it. They work for it's not like it's a get rich quick thing. It's and I think that's what too many people may be kind of attested to is, it's got to be a scam, just get rich quick. Well, no, they're running a business. They're working super hard. And so they take 2.5 months before they're even out of school, just dedicating their weekends while most other college students are out doing who knows what, and they're focused on their professional development. And then over the course of the summer, and there's speed bumps. It's not all easy, but that's really what makes the program what it is. And these managers, they face a lot of adversities along the way. And I think those people that would say that it's a scam, if they actually would kind of zoom in and see what a manager actually goes through within our program, I think if they would take the time to actually research that, that wouldn't be there for very long. I've been a part of another company, so in multiple at that, but in coming back here, what do you want to call it, mentorship, or just the family culture that's ultimately here. And I see that every single day with the people that are here with us. One of the things I take a lot of pride in is even the alumni that are gone that still like to stay involved, with the program. And I think that's a true test of, in determining that, it is very much a family culture, that even when guys are gone, that they still like to give back. They're still very passionate about what they do. They still reflect back to those memories of everything that they learned, through our program. And I think it's just something as a company that we hold kind of very near and dear, to us, and something that even as we continue to keep growing, that we want to make sure that we continue to hold on to. But it's all just based around, again, this crazy summer internship, painting program, however you want to describe it. But it just kind of does something to you, that real world experience, being around positive individuals, people that are ambitious and driven, and those type of people just like to stay together. I guess everybody's a little bit different, but I mean, really what I feel we're priming them for is to step foot into the quote-unquote real world. They're getting that real world experience here, but whether it's for that next internship or co-op, or if it's just to prepare them for that first full-time job and coming in to really make an impact, right away within their career. I think they're very ambitious individuals, so hopefully to set them on a path where they can also advance very quickly in that first or second full-time job. Obviously, a lot of people think that this is a business internship, and it definitely is. I mean, there's a lot of business parts to it, but you don't have to have a certain major. You don't have to be a freshman. You don't have to be a senior. It's really anybody that's looking to gain that real-world experience and kind of getting their feet wet, getting themselves out there, developing their resume at the collegiate level. That's so many individuals, and whether it's management, leadership, and that plays or has itself in so many different industries where it could ultimately relate to those people. You definitely have to be ambitious. You have to be driven. You have to be self-motivated, and you really have to want it. At the end of the day, and not really just say that you want it. You have to want it kind of deep down to gain that experience, so that you can overcome all those day in, day out adversities that most of our managers face. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, parents with skepticism, I mean, I get it, because it does sound, again, almost like the too good to be true, or that you can earn this much money, or that you get this kind of experience. Or my parents had the same fears. I mean, who's ever going to trust you to paint their home? How to hold a paintbrush? You've never done anything like this. So I fully understand, and as a parent myself, I totally understand where they could be coming from. It's more or less out of just protecting their child. But when you really get, if you look at all of the details within the program, they're not investing any money into it. They're only simply investing their time. There's no monetary risk that's ultimately there. So if they really take the time and give their child or their son or daughter a chance within the program, and if they look at all the details, I think they'll find that it's a no risk opportunity at the end of the day, other than just the time that they're investing. And I think that's where, again, a lot of them should be able to overcome those fears, because it's not that they're not paying a franchise fee, they're not putting any money into the opportunity. They just have to be willing to work hard and dedicate their weekends in the spring, and then full-time efforts during the summer, and want to learn, and they're going to be just fine. Yeah, so I do this personally. Again, I'd had another job, in the past. This internship through school with student painters ultimately helped me gain my first job out of school. I had 5 job offers as I graduated from Ohio State. I was able to kind of pick and choose where I wanted to ultimately go. I pursued my finance degree for about a year and a half, and it was a great opportunity. I just wasn't passionate about it. It wasn't something that I woke up every single day super excited to go to work. Just sitting in an office, I learned that wasn't me. So while I ultimately love it here as a full-time job, is sure, sometimes we're very crazy hours and on the weekends and everything else, but that's all part of it. Wake up loving what I do every single day. Wake up knowing that I'm helping students make an impact on their lives each and every single day. And I love the fact that if I break it into 2 parts, whether it's reflecting back to a student that's gone through our program when I do their final interview and seeing where they're at then, and then 6 or 7 months later, once they've developed so many skills, seeing that transformation is incredibly valuable, and I'm passionate about that. And I love the phone calls that I get from our alumni once they've accepted that full-time job, and just their appreciation for what the program ultimately gave them when everything kind of comes full circle. That opportunity that they took on, and when they're sitting in that job interview, and almost every question that the recruiter asks them, their best example comes from their real-world business experience, and then they get that job offer, just how grateful and thankful they are, for the experience that they had. And for me, that would be the other part of it as well. So we have people that do go through our program that, for some of them, it's a 1-year thing, and then they move on, and then they ultimately try and see where those next opportunities wind up taking them. One of the great parts, with our opportunity though, is that there's room to grow, within the program as well too. And I've always kind of likened it almost to a double-edged sword. we develop really great individuals, within our program. So some are going to veer off and take those other opportunities, and there couldn't be anything much better, than that. But at the same time, we want to continue to keep growing here, as well too. So some of them, as they start to look at all their opportunities and weigh their options elsewhere, they see that we've got really great opportunity for them to grow here, as well too. So we kind of have like a part one and part two of the internship, where part one is more of the branch manager role. And moving into part two, the ones that do really well, within our program. They're great leaders, they're passionate about what they do, and they truly believe in this program. We'll turn them kind of into more of a mentor within the program, or a regional manager, where they're going to help guide and assist and run their own team of managers that second year, and try and kind of develop even more from there. And then beyond that, for some of us, it turns into a full-time job, like myself. As I joined the company clear back in 2008, I believe it was, I never would have envisioned that I was still going to be here today. But that's how it worked out, and I don't regret it, whatsoever. Again, it's just something, wake up every single day for a passion for what you're doing. And for some of us, that winds up being the end game, as well. So. They get asked about advice all the time, whether it's from prospective candidates or people that are just kind of newly starting to go through the program. If you're a hard worker, and if you're driven, and if you're ambitious, and you're looking for a real world opportunity again to build up your resume, although it sounds crazy running a business and running a $50, $60, $70, $100,000 business, there's been so many people before you. I would liken our program a lot to almost being kind of a franchise, in a way, without having to pay the franchising fee. And we've been doing this for 26, 27, 28 years. And there's a set path and a set plan that's actually really set there, that as long as you just follow it. Now, it's not always going to be easy. There's going to be some difficulty, along the way. There's going to be speed bumps. There's going to be hurdles. But as long as you follow that path, the program works. And you just got to work hard. You got to follow your mentor's lead. That's probably the most important role, in my opinion, within the company. Is your first year going through this, you've got a mentor that's been there, that's done it before, and just follow their lead. They'll set you up for success. You just got to be willing to go out and actually just believe in it and go and do it. And if you do that, it really is pretty much a bulletproof system at the end of the day. You want to make sure you hire good people. There's no substitute for that. Having good quality employees, and just go out and work hard. But it's got to all get down to that. You got to put in the effort, otherwise it's not going to be worth your time. Just like any business venture. I would just say for any ambitious, motivated, driven individual that's looking for a very real world opportunity, to gain experience out there in the field, and I'm talking true real world experience, then this could be the opportunity, for them. And it was for me. It's been that for hundreds, if not thousands, of other students over the last 26